Good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Keith Parris. I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning. Good morning, DJ. Good morning, Debo. Good morning, Jermaine. Good morning, welcome to a Free Flow Friday. Let me do this before we get into the program. Certainly, I want to send my condolences out to a young man I've known, since forever, Reverend Leandus Fuller and his mother, Beatrice Fuller. She's made her transition, and her homegoing is today. Also, Pastor Dolores Bates. Yeah. Now, hers is
what is it?
At Christian Faith.
Yeah,
at 4:00. Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah. So, but certainly, Leandus and we just a few months ago had to, bury his brother, Carmen Fruity. And like I said, I've known Leandus, man, since I was 12. So we go back a minute, man. Matter of fact, we never called him Leandus, right? Oh, called him Leon. So we're having a Good Friday service at our church. And this young man looks familiar and I see on the program listing all of the different speakers, I see Leandus Fuller. I don't even make the connection. And I walk up and I go, oh, Leon. Because nobody ever called him Leandus. Nobody ever called his brother Carmen. Carmen, he was always Fruity, So it's amazing when you have, and for me, I come from a family where there are no nicknames. So, there are people, but man, sometimes some of these folks, I didn't know what their government names was until they were fully grown. Yeah. Right. Somebody just gave me a name of a dude, that went to school with, Debo at South. And he was always due. And then I found out his real name. Somebody was mentioning his name. So, that's his government name. Okay. All right. So, how you been, man?
I'm okay. I'm a little annoyed.
Okay.
Yeah, because
now we come in the door. First thing Jackie go, you the Jinx. No, Jackie, you the Jinx.
No, I'm annoyed because my grandmother hasn't had her garbage picked up in 3 weeks, and my mom has been calling.
Really?
Yeah. So now, if I call, it's gonna be an issue because I'm not gonna call.
What side of town does she stay on?
She stay off of Halley.
Really?
Yeah. So
is that the whole neighborhood or just hers?
No, just hers. And because she's 90, we had to put in paperwork to say like, hey, we don't move.
But you have to pull it out to the curb.
Okay. But because she's 90, we did the paperwork so that hey, we don't move the garbage car out to the alley. My mom, she nice though, but I'm not.
The alderman?
I believe it's Stamper.
Yeah.
Give him a call, man.
Yeah, so they need to get that because lately, me and my brother has been doing most of it, and then I did it a couple times where trash, I would just put in my trash, put it in my trunk and take it to my car. I mean, take it to my place.
So I do what my mom's would take. That's one day, and it's usually paper, like mail she gets. And one day Rhonda said, is that garbage in the back? I said, no, there's no garbage in there. It's just paper from mom's. I just put it in our garbage because I'm too lazy to walk down and put it in the basement. So just take it home and eventually it'll come out the car.
Oh, yeah, but it's been three weeks.
Yeah, and see, I was worried because the, with Thanksgiving, and I didn't know if they did garbage collection on that Friday afterwards.
I don't think they did.
Well, I know they picked up our garbage on Tuesday. So,
right.
Probably did. Yeah, so. Anyway, I take that and I go to the dump.
Yeah,
I take stuff out to the dump. We took a bunch of cardboard and then the whole recycling piece, like clothes, right? There's a place over by Glen Hill Schools in Glendale where you can recycle clothes. And matter of fact, I just bought a jacket that was because one of the big fabrics this year I didn't realize is polyester. Polyester is a big fabric this year, and but the jacket was recycled polyester. So I try to be a little bit more mindful, a little conscious in my, like when I go to the store, I usually try to get paper bags as opposed to plastic. We're doing a better job of separating where we can recycle. I just I was watching a documentary, just the amount of waste that we create in this world, and we have no place to put it.
Right.
I think space is the next option.
Yeah.
You know,
Either
I mean,
that
in
or
terms of that,
underground.
and we're right, but even under the ground, then that has, because a lot of that stuff doesn't break down. Plastic doesn't break down. I don't know what the number of years it takes for plastic to break down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's in there. And then when you look at the oceans filled with plastic, because people going out dumping in the ocean, but it feels like the genie is outside the bottle. You know, it's how do you put it back in? Because we like the convenience. You know, someone was saying instead of recycling, what we should be doing is not doing petroleum products. Plastic is a petroleum-based product, and so it's hard. But the convenience of plastic, I got a call. I wonder is it the joke? Good morning.
Here we go.
Good morning. You're on
Y'all
there.
know what time it is.
There he go.
Oh, that's right. There he go.
What time is it?
Go, man.
There he go.
Go, man.
Y'all
I'm gonna take
know
mine
what
like a
time it
man because you took yours like a man. Go, wear me out.
is. Hey,
Phoenix.
I didn't even let your little jingle play. I call right away.
Yeah. Let's see what happens with Seattle on Sunday and see how quick a call
I mean, we
get.
play y'all next week anyway, so I don't even know what
We
you're
got
calling
Seattle?
for.
Matter
Yeah.
of fact,
Where
how
in Lambeau?
No,
in Seattle.
Oh,
But
okay.
matter of fact, how everything is shaping up. If it stays how it's
we'll play
lining
y'all
up, then
in the
we'll play y'all in the
playoffs.
playoffs.
First round.
So we'll just
So
go ahead
I
and just boot y'all out the
I don't
first
even
round.
know what you calling for.
Hey, man, I'm with DJ today, man. That we jumping you today.
Listen.
We didn't whoop y'all whole division.
Listen.
You know, you the last one.
Listen.
We only lose in the NFC North.
Yeah.
We don't lose
Yeah.
outside the NFC
Yeah.
North. So did you see that the record last night with the only losses in the NFC North has been other NFC North teams. That's incredible.
We done whipped y'all whole division. And
What it
y'all
work?
next week. Sunday night.
Listen, DJ. We talking about yesterday.
Okay, go on.
That's old.
Let him
That's
do
old.
it. Let him do it, cause I'm gonna wear his
Let him
ass
get his
out on
rocks
Monday.
up.
Come on,
Let
man.
him get his rocks up.
Go, man. Go. Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna take mine like a man. Go. I'm
Get
listening.
him, Keith.
I'm listening. But come Monday.
Get him.
Hey, listen. We didn't got to that game, man. Y'all still in mourning, so don't come at me.
You know, surprised we not in mourning. We
No, we
lost
not.
to the best team in football. Ain't nobody tripping on that.
Yeah.
It's not even
Hey.
that we lost to the best team, is that have no bearing on our outcomes anyway. Because
we wild card anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, dude. Because if y'all won, y'all have been gloating like a mug. Now y'all ain't got no gloat to talk about. It do has a bearing to it, DJ. It does.
Okay.
It
right.
does.
You right.
well, I mean,
And
we
for-
would have been happy
listen,
we
for-
won.
Yeah, you right. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody.
okay, thank you.
Okay.
So for the Detroit to go 5 times on 4th down, that you can't get no gangster and crazier than that. 5 times.
Dog
I get
irritated.
that.
Yeah, he
That-
irritated.
hey, that-
Yeah, man. He was
that's what-
playing Madden
hey,
yesterday.
Hey, that's what you call live by the sword and die by the sword.
He
Right.
was playing Madden video games because that's
Yeah.
that's what we
wasn't
do.
it, man?
Madden.
Because dude, he said he thought y'all thought y'all was gonna fake try to get y'all off sides. That dude went for it.
Yeah,
For real,
that's what I thought, especially because they had called the timeout.
they called the timeout, and you thought, okay, we're gonna just try to jump off sides. No, we're gonna really run the play for real.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You
Let
got to
me
give
say
the
this
dude,
about
dude,
Dan
dude is
Campbell.
aggressive.
But he's known for
He
that
is
too.
very
Yeah,
aggressive.
he's clever to a fault because he cost Detroit a game last year being in the playoffs,
Sure
being
did.
clever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'll
but-
take that. I'll take it.
Yeah, but you got to realize he's still 3-1 doing it. So I mean,
Yeah, look, the Packers got to figure out a way to stop it. Just like whoever
Anybody
plays
else.
Philly got to figure out a way,
Yeah, like
you know, to
everybody.
stop
Anybody
it.
gotta stop it.
Yeah,
yeah, but I remember Philly. They was trying to ban that, but I guess they couldn't. They were trying to ban it for like since last year, but they can't ban that.
you know
Man,
what? You know what used to be
that
banned.
push play. That push
Oh,
play.
yeah.
They really do.
I forgot all
I mean, you
about
just
it.
got to stop it. You know,
Push.
Yeah. But I forgot all about it. When I was a kid, hurdling was illegal.
Yeah, sure.
You couldn't
Oh
hurdle.
yeah.
And Randy
Yeah.
Moss was talking about a
Yeah.
game. He was playing it in college,
Yeah.
and he'd hurdled this dude. He
Yeah.
said they didn't call it. And I forgot, hurdling used to be
Yeah,
you
you
couldn't
couldn't
hurdle
do it.
over a player.
Yeah.
But you still can't because if they're kicking the field goal, you can't.
No,
if
but
they're
I'm
kicking
talking
the
about
field goal,
like you
can't hurdle.
see
See,
a
but if
lot
in
of
the
these
open
tight
field.
ends.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
they jumping though. Well, you can't. But only reason if they take it away is because they trying to protect them. Because once you in the air, you was a free man to get hit.
Let me say something about Packer receivers.
Man,
Here's the object. Catch the
Come on,
ball.
man. Come on, man.
What you mean? He caught his balls.
No, but they lead the league in drops.
Oh yeah, we do.
They lead the league in
Reed,
drops.
man, Reed,
Wicks.
Has been he been tripping this year.
Yeah.
Yesterday he had a solid game.
Too, man.
Yeah, but I was going to say
His first play as a
great-
rookie dropped it wide open, dropped
Come
it.
on,
for the great
Yeah,
catches
but
that Watson
but
makes.
you also have to say Love has to not overthrow. Y'all had an easy touchdown. He overthrew during the touchdown.
Yeah, the tight end.
But we made it up with the run then. So you know.
Yeah, but he does that all the games, man. He can't be overthrown every game,
when he went to Watson and Watson fumbled. If he'd have hit the receiver in the secondary, he was wide open.
No, listen, Christian Watson had the ball.
He should have stayed on the ground.
He should have stayed.
May I ask a question?
Huh?
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
What's that?
How do you drop balls indoors?
Man,
no. What I'm saying,
like
if you outside, it's cold. You can. How do you drop them indoors?
Having hands like feet, man. When you have hands like feet, that's what happens.
Not even because you got to do. You got to do
hands like
trying
feet,
to hit the ball out your hand. That's why there's a dude on your back trying to hit the ball out your hand. That's how you drop the ball.
Man, Christian Watson had the ball jumped, and when he was going to the ground, dude went for the tackle. He had the ball by his head. Why would you have the ball by your head and you going to the ground, man?
But you're not
and you got to have that ball in the other hand. He had it on the left hand side. He supposed to have it on the right hand side where that ball could have went out of bounds.
By your chest, man.
You're not gonna be 100% though. You're gonna have some drops.
It's Monday morning quarterback.
Some drops. You don't lead the league. That ain't lead the league in drops. Ain't some drops.
Come on, man. Hands like feet.
Man.
Let me do this real quick, man. We'll get you in. We got Brother Craig Stingley, First Friday. What's happening, man? There you go. Let's do it.
Shalom, family.
Was that Mike Policy?
It's good to be here. Good to be here.
That was Mike Policy, Craig.
I have a question.
So what?
Were you not entertained?
Right. Oh, I was entertained. I was definitely entertained.
It was definitely a good game.
It was a good game. I mean, and that's the other piece.
Usually I be in the bed
because the way it started when they jumped out 10-0, you're thinking, okay, they will blow these boys out the water.
Here we go.
It did not turn out that way. They had to play. They didn't just win the game. They played.
South Carolina was whooping up on who they played last night. I was watching South Carolina. Duke. They whooped up on them. I'm thinking, man, I could go to them, but they were up by 20.
The young girl, Maddie McDaniel.
Maddie. At first, I thought I heard Hattie. It's Maddie. Yeah.
She's the granddaughter of a good friend of mine.
Is that right?
Yeah. I've been following her since high school.
Your cousin been balling, dude. He all pro this year. He gonna be all pro this year.
So who?
Derek Stingley Jr.
His name is Derek Stingley Jr.
Oh, yeah.
For the Texans.
Yeah. He been balling, man.
Yeah, that's your nephew.
Cousin.
What the Bucks gonna do? What the Bucks gonna do today? Middleton gonna play what? He gonna play what? 20 minutes?
Is Middleton playing tonight?
He's supposed to.
Yeah, he come back today.
He's cleared to play.
Good.
I mean, he been cleared to play.
He playing today.
We lose to the Hawks.
Oh man,
the Hawks are in the cup.
Yeah, the Hawks.
Yeah, but
listen, in the cup.
Yeah, but we won 7 in a row. We can't win all of them.
Listen. See, we lost against the Hawks because the one that we was coming off that back-to-back. The shooting was flat.
Yeah.
And it seems like they I know, but it seems like that they didn't have their legs, man.
Then you got Johnson.
When you win 7, you win 7 in a row, man. You can't win them all, dude.
Yeah, man.
True.
Man.
I mean,
and you got youth versus.
Yeah, they righted the ship though because they were 2 games over 500 until that loss. So
yeah, but we'll see. We'll see tonight.
So who Seattle got Sunday, man?
Oh, we play here. We play the Cardinals.
Oh, okay. Well,
y'all gonna lose.
Somebody we beat.
Yeah,
we beat them 2 weeks ago.
Y'all beat them too. Yeah,
they gonna lose.
Yeah, okay.
The Cardinal needs to get a quarterback over 5'3".
Kyle Murray.
And he a Heisman winner.
Yeah, he
Kyle
is.
Murray.
Come on, you can't disrespect no Heisman like that, man. He a Heisman winner.
That dude, he like 5'3", 5'4". I gotta give him credit.
And he's about to play baseball.
Right. And Doug Flutie was bigger than him.
Right.
He don't hold the ball correctly for me. He's reckless. He's reckless.
But he's still.
Who's that? Murray.
Yeah, he's reckless.
He gotta run.
When he's running.
He gotta run.
Yeah, but he's reckless. He's reckless with it.
Man, I mean, because he got baby hands, man. They say, man, his hands is little.
He He little.
Reckless.
I know, but he got baby hands on top of being little, playing quarterback.
It was like Allen Iverson had the biggest hands and the longest arms. Yeah. His arms was like down to his knees. He had the biggest hands, man. But yeah. Okay, man. Well, good luck, man.
I guess I'll be calling Monday.
This is my thing.
Baby.
This is my thing with fans.
And if you do call, you be calling like about 10:50. Right. Like when we wind it up, oh man, I couldn't get through. You get through when y'all win.
Right.
Listen. I'm gonna call Friday.
Well, you did do that. You disappeared for a whole week when it was on. What was they on a 3-game losing streak? We here for you for like weeks. Like we were looking for milk cartons. You know,
with your picture on it.
Hey, watch this. I call Michelle show.
Yeah, because Michelle ain't gonna talk to you about the NFL. Right. That's why you called her. You know she wasn't gonna talk to you about it.
Nah, bruh. We ain't doing that today.
I got 2 words for you. Colin Kaepernick. Appreciate you, man.
I'll catch you.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
But he was gone for like 2 weeks, man. We ain't heard from dude. It's just like, and then they won.
Yeah.
First call we get, between him and, hey, where joke for the day?
Joke for the day.
Yeah.
Joke for the day.
Yeah, we have brother called in. First thing, give us a joke.
Oh my God.
So get the crickets ready.
Oh.
They
don't be good?
You got to explain it to me. I had my family explaining one joke to me. They text me, Keith, this is what it means. Like, oh, okay.
I got a joke.
Okay, well, you can do it when we come back.
Oh, man, I got one too.
Yeah. You're listening to Community Voice, first Friday, Free Flow Friday. Craig, DJ, Debo, Jermaine.
Yes, sir.
Marlon.
In the house.
Tito.
Right.
Randy. Right.
Just keep
Latoya.
Janet.
Reedy. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
The holidays. And holiday trips. And holiday toys. And holiday bonding. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet.
Find your red tag. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $3,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet. Together, let's
All right, welcome back to Community Voice, and I want to thank everybody for joining. I want to thank everybody for
Is that your voice?
Yeah, it was funny. It is.
Oh man!
I was watching. They did a tribute to was it Richard Pryor, and Eddie Murphy was the MC, and one of the entertainers was James Brown. And so James Brown did his first song, and he came back. He said, "Yeah." So Eddie come out. He said, "I got bum pick with you. I hear that somebody do me." He said, "Do me." And Eddie started singing. He sounded just like James Brown. Now everybody thought Eddie Murphy could sing. What was the song he had out that
Put Your Mouth on Me?
Party all the time.
Party all the time.
Mm-hmm. But he had two of them. Put Your Mouth on Me and Party all the time.
Party all the time.
He sings that. What's it? Roxanne. That's pretty good too.
Oh, that was
in
the
movie though.
That was in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the movie. Yeah, he does that pretty
you know
good
what? And
too.
I was a fan of the Police, and I never knew that's what he was singing. You turn out the red light.
Yeah.
You don't have to put on that red dress tonight, Roxanne. That was a good tune, man. Truthfully,
No, Eddie Murphy is one of the best
It's one of his
impersonators.
you don't have to sell your
Of all
body
time.
tonight.
Oh man, the Police was cold.
Him
I'm
and
a
Jamie
big Sting fan.
Foxx. Him and Jamie Foxx are probably one of the best impersonators.
But Jamie
Of
can
all
actually
time.
sing.
Yeah.
So could Eddie.
But his voice sounded like Mr. Randy Watson.
Well, that's because that's who he was.
But, you know, Eddie
I
usually doing
believe
it in a joking.
that I the future.
That boy's good. Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolate.
So,
Oh man.
so, Jermaine, you supposed to have a joke, didn't he?
Yeah, what's your joke, babe?
Oh man.
Can we tell it?
Yeah, we can tell it.
It's before 10.
Get the crickets ready, Keith.
The FCC.
Hey, now listen.
That was yesterday. We was close to FCC.
Listen, I didn't make this joke up. This was something I heard.
Just tell a joke, man.
So I just want to give a disclaimer, man. So I don't.
Prefacing.
So just in case if the bluebirds come out, it ain't.
You got to take it.
me.
You tell
They're
it. Take
warming
it.
up right now.
Hey, you have to explain it.
So they have to-
What key we in, Debo?
TC said they warming up right now. Duh. No, but listen. That was this guy. It was this African and his wife that moved to America and came over here.
Oh, jeez.
Shut up, Debo. I'm finna turn your mic off. I got the button. Push the button. So his wife wanted to cook a meal. So she sent her husband to the store, told him to go get some chicken. So he didn't know how to say chicken in English, so he went to the store. He was looking for the chicken section. He couldn't find it. So finally, he was in the dairy section, and he saw one of the employees there. He saw eggs over there. He grabbed some eggs, walked over to the employee and said, "Where's the mother?" He was looking. Look, DJ, like the blue bars are singing. DJ, are you staying off the blue? Where is the mother?
They overruled me.
That's pretty good.
So he was looking for the chicken and couldn't say chicken, so he picked up the eggs. Said, "Where's the mother?" So
Look at DJ.
DJ like, okay, -3.
Can he get his mic back?
Yeah, you
Because
back on, bro.
I want to defend you, man. That's actually so
That was
bad that
actually
it's
pretty
good.
Shut up, dude.
It's simple.
Man, I'm gonna slap this dude beard across the street, man.
They overruled me.
So
So
you
you
don't
don't
get
get
it?
a joke. You know, it's just like
I
you know
think
we in
that's why DJ didn't
Motown.
catch it because it's
You
so
listen
simplified.
to a song, and more
See,
the majority of the people
DJ,
like it, it's a hit.
Listen, man. What happened was he couldn't say chicken. He knew that the egg came from the chicken, so he picked up the eggs and asked the employee, "Where's the mother of the egg?"
Right.
So if they point him in the right direction, he'll get what the wife needs to cook. I
Well, and what did we say yesterday, Keith? If you got to explain it,
It's not a good joke.
mean,
That was.
a DJ was like,
but that
pretty
was
good.
actually that was going. I got that.
the
one.
DJ was like,
But it's amazing.
It may be a generational joke.
no.
DJ looked like one of them
It was the
judges.
delivery.
DJ looked like
For
one of
him.
them judges on The Voice.
Nuh-uh.
That's like this.
DJ remind me of the two old dudes in the Muppets.
Oh yeah, you sit up into the stand and grab the DJ like.
I give people their credit, man.
DJ sit there with like the Muppets, like
yeah, make me laugh. And I got a frown on his face, like make me laugh, tickle me.
Oh, that's hilarious, bro. DJ.
Oh man, I'm still waiting. Well, yeah.
No, he took his shine.
He took his slot.
Yeah, he took his slot, man. So he probably like, man.
All right, man. So, let's do it before we get out of here. Marquette, Wisconsin tomorrow.
Marquette gonna get him.
They gonna get him?
Yeah. I've always been a huge fan of Shaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just talking about this the other day. When he started out in VCU, he was tabbed to be the next coach to be at Duke.
Yep.
But Coach K wouldn't give it up.
Yep.
So he was at VCU so long that he went to Texas.
Yep, sure did.
He wasn't as successful at Texas, so he came back to a smaller. Actually, came back home because he's from Madison.
Texas was a football school.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand because they had Kevin Durant.
No, but even then they wasn't that big. And so I made an analogy that, it's bigger. It's better to be a big fish in a small pond. And that's what he is for Marquette. He's a big fish in a small pond. Tom Crean, he should have never left to go to Indiana. If he would have never left, right now he's jobless.
But
he was one of the hottest names.
I know.
But he was a big fish in a small pond.
Once
he went to the Big Ten
when
Wisconsin was still Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Michigan State is always Michigan State. Michigan was solid.
Yeah.
Minnesota was solid. You will still lose to Illinois and Iowa. The Big Ten was the Big Ten back then. So he went at that time.
Which makes what Bruce Pearl is doing at Auburn. I think it's tough sometimes for these coaches to go to a football school.
Oh, yeah.
And what he's doing down at Auburn.
But Bruce Pearl is a better coach than Tom Crean.
No, but what I'm saying is, but if you're a coach in general, you will find that a football school is pretty tough. To go in every now and then. Now, Texas had a nice little run. That was under Barnes, but if you look at it, Oklahoma has been good in basketball.
Alabama's basketball team is rising up in light of their football program.
But this is how you know somebody.
That's right, the Griffin brothers. I was going back to Mookie Blaylock and
the Griffin brothers.
Who's it, Wayman Tisdale and his brother?
This is how you know somebody can really coach.
But I think
if they
facilities
excel,
have a lot to do with it too.
If they excel,
purposes, all those types of things.
If they excel with not so good players.
Oh yeah.
You can a person that can really coach is a person that have been able to coach players that's not good and help them develop, and then also good players.
Concept.
People, real quick, people that always have the best players, them not really good coaches. You have the best. It's not hard to coach really good. You think it was hard to coach the dream team?
Wait.
You think
that's
it was
not
hard
true.
to coach the dream? That is very
because you're
true.
because you're not coaching talent. You're coaching egos. So to be a coach to coach egos and have them all play on one accord.
It all coincides because as you get to the higher levels, the real coaching is from the neck up.
Right.
When you start at the lower levels, it's about skill development and being able to put players in a better position.
Right. Because one of the most talented teams was that 77 Philly, with George McGinnis, Julius Irving. That team was packed.
Yeah.
Man. And they couldn't win.
Yeah.
I mean,
Andrew.
No, that's later. He was
that's
on
at
the
the highest
championship
level.
team.
So that's what I'm talking about from the neck up.
He was on the championship.
You know what I'm saying?
He came after.
That's when you got to really coach
like
players.
He coached
from the neck
egos.
up.
Yeah, rookie or something like that. Yeah.
But they all coincide with coaching anyway.
Okay.
Dawkins.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can have, and I think the other thing in college is if you look at the teams who are going to be very successful, they're usually upperclassmen, right? They've had, like DJ is saying, what they were able to do at Wisconsin when they had that nice little run.
Yeah.
They was juniors and seniors.
Yeah. Juniors
Sam
and seniors.
Okie and all them cats when they was
who?
No, Sam Decker.
Sam
Decker.
When they went
No. Sam Okie played for the Badgers too.
Not long.
But he played 2 years.
Then he transferred.
He played 2 years.
No, but when they went to the championship game, they were juniors and seniors.
They were juniors and seniors. Yep.
I think maybe Sam Decker was a sophomore.
So who was that point guard that had the hair? Man, I think he transferred over
Chucky
to
Hepburn. He's at Louisville.
Chucky. Yeah, he's at Louisville. Yeah,
and then what's the kid? TJ Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing at. Kansas.
See, and this is my thing about the Badgers. Why we don't get
They went into the
and it's with football too. That we don't get those black athletes,
That's not
man.
that style.
And
Well,
it's
Wisconsin.
and
If
we
I
don't
can play
win.
at Alabama and I
And
can
we
play at
don't win.
Wisconsin, where I'm gonna play? Unless I'm a farm offensive lineman.
Well,
Now, this is the school for offensive linemen.
I know.
You want to be
But
a
offensive lineman
linebacker
and
but-
running backs.
But
and
what I'm
linebackers.
saying is,
Because there's
when
a
we
lot
had the
of
running
Badger
back-
linebackers playing in the league right now.
so what was his name? I can't think of his name, but he was a good running back for the Badgers.
Jonathan Taylor,
I mean,
Not Jonathan
he's doing
Taylor.
a
We
really
go back
good
some
job.
more.
Plenty. We got
Go back some
plenty
more.
Ron Day.
Rondang. Go back some. What's the cat?
You can't
And
go
he
back
live
further
here.
than Rondé.
No, he
That's a
lives
long
here
way.
now.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Gordon?
No, he's married to.
Not James White. Where's James White?
No, he's married to.
I mean, we have so many running backs, man.
Yeah, through Wisconsin.
Because of the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
You know, you got if you and Wisconsin's still a spot for offensive linemen. If you play at Wisconsin, you're probably gonna play on Sundays for the most part. I look and see those dudes out there playing, and they probably have one of the greatest left tackles ever to play, Joe Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
You know, play. So it was, but then how do you get those skilled players? And
Probably
certainly-
greatest of Wisconsin, not greatest.
Joe Thomas in the Hall of Fame. He's like one of the great. He was one of the great.
He
NFL
was, but he's
yeah,
not better than like Larry Allen and all that.
Okay. I'll tell him. I'll let him know. I'll have text.
But
All right,
the Badgers, they recruit a certain type of player.
Mhm.
You know, I mean that's always been a discussion.
The best
you know?
quarterback the Badgers ever had came through a transfer, Russell Wilson.
Mhm.
He was the best quarterback I've ever seen Wisconsin have. And I was tripping because I'm like, man, he's black. Well, at least I thought he was black then. I'm like, he's black. And
What you mean? You thought? He was
I'm just saying. I just thought.
Is he black now?
I don't know.
Oh,
So yeah,
he
so
gotta be if he with Pittsburgh.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Don't
So
sleep on them.
They only-
now Pittsburgh looked good.
Don't sleep on
Pittsburgh, I mean, I think they might.
them. And
I
just
think they might
extended
win the
Tomlin.
Super Bowl, man.
I mean, of course. What you gonna do? Fire Mike Tomlin? You crazy?
Yeah.
Man, they look good on offense and defense.
I mean, nobody will ever say he's better than Belichick, but like for you to never have a losing season,
yeah.
that's pretty remarkable,
Yeah.
man. That's
Yeah.
pretty remarkable because we seen what Ben Roethlisberger wasn't.
Yeah.
Well,
Man, he
healthy
was big
though.
and slow.
Healthy though, that dude could throw.
He should have been.
Yeah, though he
gone.
could throw, but he was slow as a
slow.
fool.
They took a lot of injuries. I'm giving, and he'd be out there playing. I'd be like, dude, because he had a high ankle sprain that was so bad it looked like that whole leg.
Yeah.
But he's out there playing, man. So, all right. And caller, I just text to get the information for the homegoing for Miss Beatrice Fuller. All right. So we good? Everybody, we straight? Everybody?
Man, let's talk
You got
about the
your
Bucks.
fix
I want to
in?
get into it with DJ.
Would you want to
Y'all
get?
got y'all sports fix in?
Yeah,
Not
we're
yet,
done.
man. We got to talk about the Bucks, man. We're going to talk about the Bucks playing the Celtics tonight. Why you play like that, kid?
Okay.
So you just gonna
Okay.
I just want to hear what DJ gonna say about it. You know
Okay.
DJ got.
I don't got nothing to say
Oh,
about
you ain't got
them.
nothing to say?
They
What's
gonna
their-
win tonight?
Probably not. Come
Turn
on,
his
man.
mic up because I couldn't hear.
I mean, turn his
Did you say
mic
Middleton
up.
is back tonight?
Yeah, he's supposed to be.
I mean, the Bucks. Like I said, I've been off them.
Oh, you jumped off the bandwagon there?
Yeah. What would I be on the bandwagon for? What silver lining is there for the Bucks right now?
They righted the ship.
What?
They did. I mean, when you go.
They are playing better.
They were so below
I mean, they
500.
look
Just get
even
above
better,
500
man.
based on the situation.
Yeah.
I think they've done pretty well.
It's a long season,
Yeah.
and that is the only thing you can hang your hat on.
Yeah.
It's a long season. That's the only thing you can say right now. It's a long season, so let's hope. You know, that word that we talk about that some people aren't too fond of, but let's hope that you know some strides can be made.
I think the benefit was certainly the Middleton injury has given other guys an opportunity to play, and some of them have really stepped up. Jackson has stepped up. Your boy done stepped up.
Yeah, AJ,
your boy done stepped up.
Man.
He hit some shots. When the game was on the line. I mean, that's what I'm looking at.
And I'm trying to tell people he's like Kyle Korver when Kyle Korver first came in the league, man.
Is this football?
But all he needed was some time, right?
What do you say? Wait.
He needed some minutes, some exposure.
Is this football? What do you say?
Just the same with Marshawn.
Because I believe you got to play offense and defense.
Well, okay.
Oh yeah. You got to play on both sides of the court. We had this discussion,
right? Because we talk about basketball and we only keep highlighting.
You're really not helping
one side.
We go contributing on both sides.
I hate these. Here we go. Old school 20th century.
Here we go.
You gotta play some D.
You do.
You gotta play some D.
Man, don't nobody play defense in the NBA.
So I don't think you can.
You got to do your part.
I think the way
nobody play.
Yeah, the way it's
in
hard.
the scheme, you got to play your role.
It's hard to play defense.
So defense don't win championship.
Not no more.
Oh, come on, man.
Please.
Oh, sound crazy.
Please.
No, because you still got to have
in the playoffs. It be games still in the 80s and 70s. Still.
Oh, that's when you go to playground mode. That's when you go to playground mode. Everybody know what playground mode is. Like when game point
is clothesline.
It ain't nobody running.
Let me ask y'all something. When you look at OKC right now, what is the strength of their game?
Young.
Yeah,
the strength of their game is their defense, their team defense.
Yeah,
you realize how many this is the same thing with Golden State. The turnovers that they create, the havoc that they create over the whole course of the 48 minutes.
So, do you think Oklahoma gonna win the championship?
They have a greater potential.
They gonna win? Not if they got the great, because every team got the great potential.
Well, they have a better chance than just as good a chance as anybody else right now.
Ooh.
Just as good a chance as anybody else. Right?
They gonna make me walk out the room.
What you mean? They one of the best teams in the league.
It don't mean they gonna
anybody else. I mean,
bro. He can't look. OKC cannot match up against Denver. That's one.
Yeah, they can. Denver is struggling right now.
I ain't talking about struggling.
And on top of that, the only person that you're talking about is Jokic.
We talking about matching up.
The only person you talking about is Jokic.
So you say OKC can match up against Denver?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, let me do this for you though, Jermaine. I did receive a text.
What you looking at?
And I received a text from someone who, it's hard to make them laugh. They said that was a good one. That was Rhonda.
Hold on.
So Rhonda said,
"Bing bing for the bell." Where's the mother?
Where is the mother?
Where was it Raw? Where Bud from Cosby tells the joke at the beginning of the movie? Was that Raw or what? Which the Eddie Murphy? He's supposed to be young Eddie Murphy, and crazy thing, Samuel L. Jackson is in that skit. But the little boy tells the joke. Was it Raw?
I ain't seen this so long.
Yeah, it's one of them where at the end, and there was Lil Bud, from Cosby Show. Yep. All right, that was a good one. All right, let me do this. Here are the funeral arrangements for Sister Beatrice Fuller. I'm sorry. The visitation. Well, the funeral is at Praise Temple Church, 6103 West Capitol Drive. That's today. The visitation's at 10. The funeral service began at 11. And then, they'll give you all the information on the committal and then where the repast is going to be today. All right. All right. So we good? We sports clear?
Yeah, we sports clear.
You sure?
Yeah.
If you need
unless somebody call, but, we fine.
All right.
But what you going to go with? No, I was going to say, just having a conversation about I think we've talked about this before, but like cursive writing, and I've heard that it's really crippling our young people, and so I'm one of the people to not agree with that sort of statement, just because but this is my overarching question is some things that are not passed down to other or younger generations, is that detrimental to the growth of, our future, which is obviously their future.
How often do we see cursive?
Not much, but people will say that, well, official documents, you have to
sign your name,
right, and make a signature. And so, but if you can't do that, then, printing is not a signature.
It can be, if that's all you can do, like an X.
Right. And so, I was just having this discussion, and I don't think that it is as important now as it was then. And I told the story when I was having this conversation. I remember when a lady from church wrote me in cursive. She wrote me a letter, and it was in cursive. Mind you, I'm 32, so we still practice cursive. You know what I'm saying? And we had to write in cursive. The first time I read a letter in cursive, it took me some time to read this, because it was like, man, don't do it. No. I'm saying back then, when you did, when
form of the letters.
You did, right? And I was like, man, now I could just imagine. I could just imagine somebody writing a full letter to
that's a
Frankie.
Part of it. I think
in cursive.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would be like, what is this?
What is this? I took so many dings in college because we could do our term papers because they were longhand.
Mm-hmm.
If you did it in longhand,
what's that?
In cursive.
Longhand is cursive.
Longhand cursive, right? You do it. I mean, where you actually writing it, right? And so
even the terminology, right?
Like, yeah. And look, I hated penmanship when I was a child. I felt it was torturous, and I don't know if that had, and especially if we don't use it. It's like when I argue with people about reading different translations of the Bible. Most of us, we don't speak in King James,
right? But the skill of written communication,
right,
is important, lifelong,
right?
I have to think that even the printed letter, a lot of kids don't know how to make properly, formed printed letters and numbers.
Has to do with dexterity.
Well, it's about discipline.
Yeah, but it's also dexterity. There's some people, I think the term we used to use back in the day is you had a beautiful hand. And we're talking about beautiful handwriting, right?
But those are trained things, though. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, but I'm saying, it was probably a little bit more practical when I was coming along because we still were doing cursive. But now we do emails, we do text, we word process our letters, so we're not doing a lot of longhand. There's not a lot of, if you get a letter from somebody, let's say like snail mail, and they've actually written you a letter, that's almost a dying art.
I made it a point to teach my grandsons how to print, form their letters.
Right.
I gave them a outline, or basically an example, and told them follow these, right? Take the time to do it, to learn it, to train your mind, to slow down your hand, to write, and in cursive as well. That's because.
So when we come back from the break, why is cursive important?
You're listening to Community Voice. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to Community Voice. And so ask your question again, DJ.
Why is cursive important?
So I would say it's important because I think skills of any kind are important, first of all. And the more we have, the more marketable we are, the more able and capable we are of, continually advancing our people, for one. But I think, for note keeping, for note taking, for journaling, things like that, the use of the cursive letter and the cursive writing cursive words, being able to read it, all are beneficial to the individual when they know how to do it. And that is the primary reason. But communication, written communication, never goes out of style.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what's doing real harm is texting. A lot of young people don't know how to form a full sentence. And let's just do the basic subject, predicate. Subject, predicate, right?
I just had a
noun, verb.
I just had a funny thought of like a script for a movie. Like how we see movies and, they're traveling through time or whatever, and they like read hieroglyphics. What if our kids thought cursive writing was like hieroglyphics? That would be crazy. That's kind of funny. Like how he just laughed. Like that's kind of funny. That's so that kind of gives me an idea of why cursive could still be important, or relevant, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and let's just say, like how you mentioned journaling, and maybe whatever you journal leads to clues to family lineage, or things of that nature. But they wrote it in cursive,
And if you can't read it, you're helpless unless you find somebody who can translate it.
Which sounds funny to me.
But it's real.
No, it is real. It is real. It's very
real. You find
real.
a lot of young people, and I'm gonna say young people, being 60 plus, born in the 60s, but that can't, like you said, they can't read a page that's written in cursive. And it's the forming of the letter.
I would never forget.
That handwriting is unique, just like your print is.
No, it's definitely
your
unique.
fingerprint.
It's definitely unique.
So I think it's an important skill, because I'm the one that believes skills are important.
So then here's a follow-up question. So if it's important, then why isn't it stressed enough? Because, off air, we had the conversation of, well, I could make a smiley face my signature, and, but let's just say, we have this thing called DocuSign, and either you could try to write it in cursive, or you could just type your name in, and then it will show as print. Now, some of them do show as cursive, but a lot of them show as print. It's still an official document. It's still your signature, because you acknowledge that it's your name and you're putting it on there. Something that is as official as that. Moving forward, it doesn't necessarily need a signature.
15 years,
a cursive signature. That's still
15
your signature,
years ago. There was a question about whether or not, and you saw this. It started with the medical profession, whether or not digital records were the same as hard copy digital records. And then the question was an electronic signature as valid as a physical signature? The answer to that question is yes, because many of our documents now, we don't even do paper. It's like cash. There are a lot of folks out there. You go to the store, you want to throw a young cashier off, give them cash. Because everybody been doing the card.
But that shows you the importance of understanding and knowing.
Typing in the thing, they still get the answers from the.
See, but no, some of them don't even know how to give out the correct change, because
they don't do it.
Because they don't do it.
Well, that's
like you give it to them.
That's been going on forever.
People not giving the correct example of lowering, at least allowing the system to lower your standards. I heard an example of this sister yesterday on Tavis Smiley's show, where she's 19 years old. And she, the youngest person to ever graduate from law school. Go ahead. You can go to
we got a caller. Caller, thank you for your patience. You're on there.
Good early afternoon to y'all.
It's afternoon somewhere.
Good morning.
Listen to this here. The incursive piece is detrimental, especially to black people. Listen, if you cannot write it.
What that word you said?
I said that the cursive part of the dialogue that you have is very it's an urgent need, man, in our community, because if you cannot write it, you definitely cannot read it.
That's not true.
So by removing
that's not true.
What it does, listen, when you remove that, what it has done to a generation of people has actually took them backwards to illiteracy, because suburbanites and private schools are still teaching cursive. That's they right. Never abandoned it. That's right. So when you got kids that 20 years, a generation now, will actually be dumb. It'll be like they in slavery. They can't understand what's being written there.
But Mitch, writing style has nothing to do with one's understanding of what one read. And
hey man, go on and fight if you want to.
I am going to fight it because it's useless now. It doesn't. We're in the 21st century. It was perfect when we were coming along as kids, but not brother, now. We don't communicate that way.
Now you know what you're doing. What you're doing is taking California academia, which has been implanted, and everything, man, is originating out of California. The reason why they want to get rid of that is because of the alien people that are in
no, they want to get rid of it because we don't use it, Mitch. That's why we don't use it. It's not being utilized.
It's American, brother.
Because we what?
It's an American idea. It's our language. Hey, look, brother. It's a part of our language.
Why do we write?
You want to get rid of that
and Craig said it. Why do we write? What is writing? What is the purpose of writing?
I tell you what.
What is the purpose of writing?
Read it. You can't write it. You can't read it. I can write it for you. Put it in front of you. Set you down and have you sign a confession.
But if I can't read it, you didn't communicate with me. I didn't get your message. So the idea is for us to be able to understand what we're communicating to each other. And that's great because we went through the torture of penmanship, and maybe that's why some people saying, yeah, we need to do it. But when you look at it, my penmanship had nothing to do with other than being able to artistically write, because that's what it was. I could print it out, and I'm still communicating what it is that I'm communicating.
Hey, Keith, is it any part of America that you agree with? Because you, man, and that my brother.
You're the second brother that asked me, do I love America?
Craig, you know, man, you brothers, man.
No, I have to think that it's not just America, but this is a worldwide.
Right. We're in the digital age, right? Man. We're not analog.
Okay, but I think those who are on the globe who still, provide their children or their society, their segments of society with the full scope of education are the ones who are going to benefit the most.
Me being a detective, I write down a confession.
Those are your personal notes.
I take it into a person's room and say, "Look, man, this is just me transferring your property over to the other thing. All you got to do is sign it." It looks like a foreign language. It looks like you're reading Hebrew if you've never been taught this.
And that's what happens.
And that's why we do video interviews now. Because video interviews are probably going to be more accurate than me taking a note, unless I'm a trained stenographer, right? If I'm a trained stenographer, then I'm able to go in and do it. But there's a young lady I work with. She just retired from the city when Cavalier Johnson became mayor. She worked with Barrett. She used to work for the State Department. She worked for Madeleine Albright. She did notes of a meeting that we had. I had never seen such meticulous notes of a meeting, not at that level. So what I'm saying is it's the ability to communicate. And a lot of people like the old school, we had to do it back in our day. Okay, it made sense back in that day.
Okay, listen. Okay, I got a question. One more question. I'm going to get out of here. Listen. Well, it's a statement with a question, with a question pinned to it. Listen to this. If what you're saying sounds great, but do you understand this new digital era, man, is very dangerous? They're stealing whole houses. Identity theft is on an all-time peak.
It was stealing identities before digital age, man. Identity theft has been going on since we had identity.
You have to come in and produce a hard copy ID, sometimes even a fingerprint. Come on, man. quit playing games. But this is leading us up to something, Keith. It's leading us up to real identity that will not be mistaken. It's called the chip. And I can see you standing in line. You're going to have your hand up first. I want my chip. Can I get mine right here?
That's right, because I'm a real American. Appreciate you, man. I'm a real
patriot.
Caller, thank you for your patience. You're
Love my country. Caller, welcome to the
Good morning.
Well, Keith, I done been down to the lab. I've been in the lab all night, and I came up with this one.
All right, here we go. Get the crickets ready. Oh, wait a minute.
Joke of the day?
Yeah, this is going to be the joke. With the second one. Jermaine told the first one. Okay, hey, Jermaine, you ready over there? All right, here we go. Debo, he's here, man.
It was a Chinese man, a Russian man, and a black man. They were sitting at the table. So the Chinese man said, well, we were the first people went to space. Okay. The Russian man said, well, we were the first people went to the moon. So the black man said, well, we going to be the first people to go to the sun. So the Chinese and the Russian man said, nah, you can't go to the sun. You're going to burn up. The black man said, no, we going at night.
No, you don't get he gets applause on that one. That's a good one.
All right, it is.
All right, man. You worthwhile. The work you put the work in, bro. That was a good one. I went on Rhonda. That was a good one.
Explain that to me. You gonna go at night?
All right, I'd like to thank everyone. I'd like to thank all the small people for supporting me. I thank you, boy. I thank God, and I'll be back at you next soon.
Let me thank all the little people that made this possible. We going at night.
No,
well, should we be laughing? It's kind of racist.
Oh, no, I just now got it. It just got to me what Jermaine said. I was still thinking about that.
So, man, that was 30 minutes ago.
I had to.
You had a slow jib moment.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, George.
That's good. That was good, man. I appreciate that. He said he was up on it.
In the lab.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. You're on air.
Good morning. The comment of we're in a digital era now, so we don't need to handwrite or use cursive. So do you feel that way about no need to count and just use computers and calculators too? You
Say
don't
that
think
again?
That's
I didn't hear the first part of what you asked.
The need to still count arithmetic versus just using a calculator or the computer. I think that we still need to be able to, count and write in handwriting. Even though we have that technology and those tools in place, it's still part of the brain that needs to be utilized. My son is in first grade. They teach cursive at his school. It's part of their curriculum, and he has to practice. He has to be able to, write letters and things like that. And even with the math, he's like, Mom, what's a calculator? I'm like, you're not going to know about this until you master the way of counting first, and then we can, introduce you to all the other stuff. But I think some things, we still need to be able to do as a society. And just because we have ATM cards or the ability to, digitize a lot of things, you have to have that foundation.
Yeah, I agree. Now, I do know that now, I think for the SATs, you can bring in a calculator. They allow you to use a calculator, but you're right. If you don't have the basics now, I know you appreciate this because you went to tech.
But certain type of calculators, they you can't have like
the ones that you could really do something.
Yeah, like the.
I think the important part is knowing the processes.
Right, you got to know. You got to know the
process. The
right.
The formula.
I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah.
Just like reading. My daughter, she'd be like, Mom, why try to read how to work this blender? I just go on YouTube and watch how to do it. I mean, you can't do that. Life is fast, but it's not that fast. You still have to have the fundamentals. So I'm on Team Nietzsche with the handwriting is still important in our society.
All right.
I have a when I graduated high school, the day before I graduated high school, I learned how to tie a bow tie
through YouTube.
Through YouTube.
Yeah.
So it is a helpful tool because my brother had bow ties, but I think his was clip on. I'm not for certain, but he clearly didn't help me with tying that bow. So I was in his room. He had a big mirror, and I was watching it. And this was 2011, and tying the bow tie. Following YouTube.
But it's not the matter. It's the means. We're discussing means now. I agree with her. The matter still matters.
Oh, yeah.
To start being repetitive. But it matters in terms of I need to understand. When I used to have training for health and humans for our department, our division. And there was a whole debate because now you do online training is different than when we had classroom training, where you had an instructor who would stand up and you would go through the thing. And then what was happening was we had this generation to come along. They'd already been digitized.
Yeah.
So the idea of the concept of drop boxes, right? I mean, they understood all of that.
Yeah.
Old school was still locked into, well, I need to do. So technology helps us, but I agree, we still need to have fundamentals.
Well, man, some of the stuff, man, that I've learned in school, like as far as the math stuff, with the algebra and the geometry and all of that other stuff, some of that stuff I haven't used since I got out of school.
Really?
No, seriously.
I'm gonna give you something that you're using in geometry.
So I think every day we use it.
Yeah,
we
you
just
use
don't
it.
recognize it.
But here's the most basic kind of what's the shortest distance between 2 points?
So what'd you say? What's the shortest distance?
Shortest distance between 2 points.
Halfway. What you mean?
A straight line. A straight line.
And when you're out trying to figure out how to drive and the most efficient way to get there, if you can do a straight line, that's going to be the most thing. Angles. You shoot pool?
Nah.
Not anymore?
Not no more.
Right, but if you shot pool, what are you looking at? Angles?
All sports are related
Angles.
or have some relation to
right.
See, but they didn't teach you that
geometry,
in school,
physics.
though. They didn't.
I didn't realize that that's how it was
to,
used.
Yeah.
Like if I beat Craig, he's a corner. I'm a wide receiver. I beat Craig. DJ is the safety.
Mm-hmm.
Does DJ get right behind Craig? DJ takes an angle.
An angle, yeah.
That's geometry, right? He's taking an angle to be able to meet you at that point. I saw this with my godson. He didn't have the greatest speed, but he knew angles.
Mm-hmm.
So where dude's trying to run you down, Dion could run you down, he gonna meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Know where you're going. And I didn't you were talking about drafting.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember having to take drafting at Parkman. I hated drafting.
What's
that?
Mm-hmm.
Drafting is mechanical drawing.
Lines, angles.
It's almost like the blueprint. It's almost
like
blueprints.
It's what you did. And then
it's communication and lines
and a straight
figures.
line.
Right.
So I was surprised.
That was just art class,
but
that's all a blueprint.
Y'all have technical terms.
Communication of how things are built.
I can hang a picture, and if you see them, they're all lined up, right? That's the math. How do I make sure that they're aligned?
Right. They take the little.
So it is. Now, the one I just never thought we used was algebra. I didn't. But then if you're a computer programmer, you're going to be using algebra. I didn't understand algebra.
See, because I've had drafting by hand and computer-aided drafting. I've done them both. And the first one, being able to draw a full layout of whatever you give me by hand, helped me when I got to CAD, computer-aided drafting, because now I got all the concepts here. Right. And this is the same thing we talked about.
You need the concepts to know what you're looking at to know that it's right.
Right. Yeah. To understand. And then how you talked about how does math help us today? Right. I mean, if I'm thinking about fixing something or repairing something in my home, right? All of that goes back to the basics of understanding the numbers.
See, but this is the thing now. You just said if you're looking at to repair something in your home, the new generation is not thinking math. They're going straight to YouTube, and YouTube is going to lay it out.
We weren't thinking math.
But there are a lot of things on YouTube that you don't see.
Yeah, but they don't need to see it.
To do the work.
They just, all you got to do is tell me how to get it done. And if you can tell me how to get it done and it works,
I'm gonna give you another practical example of application of chemistry, for example. Mm-hmm. Anybody cook?
Yeah.
What do you follow?
Instructions.
And that's a recipe, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's measured because they know that the chemical reaction to what you're measuring, what you put in, is going to create your product.
Yeah.
Right? That's chemistry.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Certain things react. It's a process. So we hated it because it was academic. There are some people who are more naturally inclined, like for mathematics, right? There's some people that's their brain. They can go in and they can function. You have other people who are more naturally inclined for whether it's nurture or whether it's nature, for abstracts, right? So you get with me, I can abstract you all day.
You know what? It's funny that you say that, because now that I'm sitting here and thinking about it, I used to say all the time that drug dealers were the best chemists ever, and they didn't even
they
know.
have a natural inclination.
They got a natural
right?
to weigh it out and to know the what's what and to measure it up. Some people can eye it and measure it up and it be right.
Well, let me ask you a question. How many crack houses did you ever hear blowing up?
None.
Ain't none. Now, crystal meth, because they actually used the stuff.
Yeah,
they're blowing up the house.
Yeah,
but these guys understood chemically. What you had to do. Just look at. I always said that drug dealers look at their business model.
Yeah.
You know, they're figuring it out. Unfortunately, we put them into a negative situation where they're actualizing their innate intelligence. That's why I'm saying that even people you see in special education, they're not intelligent. Right. It's how they learn.
It's how they learn.
You know, and so our ability, but then I didn't think about that a lot of the stuff that you use, you don't even realize that you're using it.
You mentioned the other day of which is an engineering concept. When you design something, you design into it where it's going to fail.
Design obsolescence.
That's what you and so the purpose of that is so one that they can resell that component later or replacement parts, right? And all of those things play a major part in our society.
But you know where you don't have replacements, where you cannot repair? Your cell phone.
Oh, sure you can, if you know what you're doing.
Right, but they're built that the average person, like the battery.
Well, see, the problem is you don't have the equipment, first of all, to take it apart,
right,
and then to replace whatever is damaged.
And
they do that. That's a design feature.
And that term in 1925, design obsolescence, came in 1925. It was the people who did light bulbs. And when they developed the light bulb, it had a 2,000-hour life. They said, no, if we cut it down to 1,000, then what's going to happen? You're going to have to replace it, because you can't build a light bulb at your house. Right. You're going to have to replace it. Right. General Motors then applied it to, as most automakers, it was your car lasted as long as your financing. The car would begin to break down after 4 or 5 years. What do you have to do?
Get new.
You have to now that was American. Japanese didn't operate that way. Yeah. Japanese, when you look at
Toyotas, modularized a lot of things.
Right, but their whole thing was, we're not building it to fail.
Right.
You know, we're building it to last.
Right, but you had to do maintenance. You had to do regular maintenance, manufactured, required or established maintenance plans on that.
But not really. I got a car right now that's 13 years old.
Yeah, some of those Toyotas.
But you still have a maintenance plan.
Of course, there's nothing that's gonna.
That's all I'm saying, and that's all of those things are done by design. Right. It's just like the point. I mean, they can make this thing for $20 and then sell it for $1,000. Right. If you got the right equipment, you can take this phone apart, replace all of the circuitry in it or whatever you need, and be able to put it back together.
Caller, thank you for your patience. You're on there. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. I love the show. I just wanted to bring it back to the whole conversation about writing cursive. I think that. I'm sorry. Am I on here?
Yeah, you go ahead, bro.
Oh, okay, all right. I think that one thing that we're losing also is all that style when people are out here painting graffiti. I feel a lot of people's styles looking real booty out here, and I think that while we want to worry about cursive, and I do love getting a handwritten letter in the mail. It's really we're about 5 generations in on graffiti. Milwaukee has a lot to offer, and bringing that funk and not bringing all your style and start style battling again. I think I'm missing that. I'm missing us battling on the turntables and people out here. I think we need to crush our differences with little art, and there's nothing wrong with that kind of intelligence. And I just love how it spans the ages, it spans races and different classes, and it just brings people together and for a good cause, creativity. All right, love you guys. Have a good day.
I think it's there's a comfort in what we learn. And, Michelle and I, we're always constantly saying we should be lifelong learners. And we get to the, it was so good back. Look, the number of cars that are starting today when it gets cold compared to 30 years ago when it got cold, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it was like, because a little simple thing like fuel injection.
Yeah.
That was a game changer because I can remember 83, 84, it was cold. You had to put heat in so the gas wouldn't freeze up in the gas line. Once they did fuel injection,
go to heat.
There you go. Boom. You able. So I think we have to, there's a comfort in holding on to the old stuff, and I appreciate that, but there's also, we're evolving and we benefit from the technological evolvements that we see. I mean,
but that's the transfer of information, which is communication, right? And so however you do it, we still have to understand that the way it was done in the past is what allows us to go back and hold on to the advances that have been progressively coming with us so that we can keep getting better.
I was just going to ask, at what point do we let go?
That's good.
You're listening to Community Voice.
What you trying to do?
That's a good question.
Yeah, but that's a good one.
That's a good
it's
question.
So hard
to say goodbye.
Well, we don't really have a limit to the capacity of retaining information now.
Yeah, but we're only using about 8 to 10% of our brain.
Yeah,
and that's part of the issue.
But what I'm saying is, what we're able to put up in there, man, the capacity, we're not even using full capacity.
Because we're relying on technology instead of.
Let's finish this on the other side.
Phone numbers.
Craig, let's finish this on the other side.
So it ain't gonna never come back because technology gonna keep expanding. So we're gonna have to keep relying on technology. So we ain't gonna never go back to that.
Well, we're gonna finish this on the other side.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Community Voice.
We're gonna keep this going right now and get to the other side.
All right, welcome back to Community. Hey, fellas, I sent you something saying that we're so stuck in the 20th century here, and it says baby boomer slang that baffles everyone. Baby boomer slang. Now, some of these I think we still use. So they did it in alphabetical order. First one is Bogart. What does it mean when you Bogarted somebody?
It's easy, pushing your way through.
There you go.
That's a Trump. That's a Trump.
A Bogart. Yeah, let's see what he does in Paris. All right. Booking.
Booking. Leaving.
Yep. Leaving in haste, going very fast.
Oh, about the book. Yeah, I heard that before.
Bread.
Money. Cut the check. CTC.
All right, for all you folks out there, what's a doobie?
Doobie!
Brother.
Roll up.
He's not a brother.
Roll up. The doobie in the ashtray.
We had a
doobie in the ashtray.
We had he wasn't our principal, but he was like an interim, and they always would laugh at him because he sounded like the clear-eyed guy. He'd be like, clear-eyed. So he was like, when you guys are smoking and passing around the doobie, and how he said it, yeah, he said it just like, dude, like, so he had the whole school dying laughing.
Let me shout out my guy, Mr. Frickman. Mr. Frickman was our pharmacist, and Mr. Frickman would come by every now and then when he was a little low on the low, and he would go, "Hey, you guys got any of those left-handed cigarettes?"
Left-handed,
right?
Far out.
The doobie, huh? You say far out?
Far out.
That means it's out of this world. Like it's that's like far out, dude. That's like one of those.
Excellent, awesome.
Yeah. So those are terms that.
So what that mean?
Those are the terms that the 53216 don't use.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Cool. How about this one? Fuzz. Popo.
For real?
Man, pig. 5.
12.
Woo, 12.
Getting fried.
Doobie in the ashtray.
Left-handed cigarette.
Doobie in the ashtray.
Oh, here's one. Give me some skin.
Oh, put it on. Hey, high
me
five.
five.
You definitely don't say that no more.
On the black hand
because if you say
side.
give me some skin, you going to jail.
Especially if you a man.
You go to
me.
jail. Like, give me some skin. Man, I'm finna peel your muffin cap blue.
Right.
I didn't know this was one, but this is probably in the 80s, 90s. Grody?
Rody. What
Grody.
Partner?
No, Grody.
Oh, Grody?
Like that's Grody, like gross.
Oh, no. No, I know Rody.
No. I heard of
Rody's
Grody.
like,
You never heard Grody?
Party.
Like, how about this one? Groovy.
Groovy.
Don't nobody say that no more.
Nobody.
Nobody say groovy?
No.
No.
Okay. Hang up.
Easy.
Huh?
Hang up.
Hang up?
Like, what's your hang up?
Yep.
Yeah, I got a problem
Inhibition,
with that.
problem,
You know,
source
what's your
of
problem?
Hang up like hang up the phone.
No, the hang up is like, hey.
Oh, man, we're back to the drugs, man. What's a head trip, man?
So what does that mean?
A head trip.
A head trip, man.
That's a head trip?
No, this is the
No, I'm
head
talking about
trip.
hang up. I'm still on hang up.
Hang up is
A
an
head
inhibition problem.
Yeah,
You gotta
problem.
hang up with
What's
it.
your
Yeah.
problem, man? What's wrong with you?
Head trip.
Head trip.
Hey, if this line.
Acid.
Yep.
For real?
So I'm hallucinogenic.
Yeah, it's a hallucinogenic. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Today that would probably be Molly. Heavy.
Toad licking.
Heavy.
Heavy.
Groovy.
Yeah,
Good.
the heavy means.
It's deep.
Yeah, it's deep.
that's
It's getting heavy, Doc. It's getting heavy.
People periodically say
I
that's
know, I
heavy.
still say it.
Yeah, people
They're
periodically
like,
say
man,
that.
that's heavy, Doc.
Keep on trucking.
Nah. Man,
I've
keep
heard
on moving.
periodically.
That's Eddie Kendricks.
But periodically, I've heard.
It's like the old
I've
folks
heard
that say that.
Yeah.
I got to keep
I mean,
on
all this is old.
I'll use it in a sentence. DJ, lay it on me.
I want you to like explain something.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what's on your mind.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Yeah, I wouldn't want no guy to say that to me though.
Yeah, they don't say that no more.
I'll be like, pause. Hey, what you say, man?
You always always ready to go to jail, Jermaine. Jermaine, why you always ready to go to jail?
Hey man, sometimes you gotta pop out and show cats, man.
Hey,
you gotta pop out and show cats.
We're putting the t-shirts right now. Free mail.
Print them, because I'm going.
This dude always ready to go to jail.
The man.
Who's the man?
The man.
The white man.
Oh, that's the Pope.
Police. No, but the man was also that
government.
People that control deep state. The man.
Like, stop giving the man.
The white man. Just go on and say it.
We're back to this one. The munchies.
Doobie. Doobie the ashtray.
The effects of it.
You know the Chiba Hut.
Chiba.
When they go over there and they talk about all their things, it's all related to cannabis.
Right.
Yeah.
Chimichanga.
Out of sight, man.
I mean groovy. I mean it's out of this world. I mean it's great.
Hey, Mr. Brother Moore. He still talk like that.
Really? Groovy?
Yeah, he still talk. He
Power.
He calls. I'm not even sure if he's listening right now, but he calls periodically because he will bring up Parkman with you. But yeah, he still talks like that.
Groovy.
Okay, here's one. Right on.
Hey,
yep. See, hey, he might call. He might call now since I said his name.
That's the 70s right there.
Off or right out.
Right. See, Debo. There you go. See.
Okay.
See, man, I
think we still use this one.
What they say his name was? Roadside. What they call him?
Streetcar, man.
Streetcar. I thought I don't know where the roadside
tripping.
from.
Oh yeah, you tripping?
Yeah, what I'm doing right now, Jermaine.
Yeah, Debo tripping. Hey, 3 o'clock still got to come around.
I remember. It's interesting because you're using it in that way.
Yeah.
There here it says under the influence.
The drug use
or some other psychedelic. But yeah, why you tripping?
But you know what's funny? This is
all of it is out of the ordinary.
This is baby boomer slang, right?
Yeah.
For me, I used to always say tripping. My mom is a baby boomer. The first time I heard her say tripping, I was looking at her like,
hey, that's our word.
Yeah.
Right. Like, where you get that from?
Like, man, you tripping.
But this is baby boomer slang. That's so that how ironic is that?
You know, I don't know if you heard the Richard Pryor routine when he talks about the time the dude gave him LSD.
Oh yeah,
and he said, "Oh, have you tripping?"
Yeah,
that's a real story.
Yeah,
the dude that gave him the LSD told the story,
and
he said that that Richard Pryor went out his mind.
I think the evolution of slang, particularly as it relates to our community, is phenomenal. Man, young people got some ways of saying things now.
Man, I got one that I use often. Fugazi, and fugazi means. Full gold is fake and ain't real, so it's fugazi.
Yeah, but that's old. Fugazi old.
Yeah, but they don't use it.
Well, I think it's just the uniqueness of who we are as a people.
Some people still,
when you start talking, just the term, for example, dripping.
Oh yeah, the dripping. Yeah,
what?
Clean
dripping.
Yeah, drip.
You got drip. Wow, I ain't never heard dripping.
Well, yeah, I mean, y'all just shorted it. Yeah, y'all just made it short.
The drip that is really that is contemporary. Thirsty.
Oh, thirsty. Yeah,
thirsty.
That's gonna stay forever.
Yeah, thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
Caller, welcome to the program.
Good morning. You're on air.
Hey, any of you guys got some of that Colombian red?
Gongja bongja.
Hey, man,
Acapulco Gold.
I don't care what they say about this synthetic stuff, this Kush and all that. Couldn't nothing touch that Colombian red.
That's true.
Couldn't. I mean, you took one pull, you had to put that bad boy down.
They got some of that out here now, too, from what I understand.
Man, they got some
these
designers,
man,
some stuff that is.
And I have you tripping.
Why you lying like that?
And I have you tripping.
Hey, you smell it from a block away. Man. You know something's up. Like that skunk they used to have back in the
Pepe
day.
Le Pew. So I mean, we call it Pepe Le Pew. That's what we call it. Hey, where that Pepe Le Pew?
Trying to hide it in a bag.
That Pepe Le Pew.
And you can't even show that cartoon down.
I love you, man.
I love you. He'd be on it, wouldn't he?
Hey, Pepe Le Pew see something he want, he going to get it.
Oh man, he wasn't playing Pepe Le Pew.
And to rub him down too.
And hey, man, but I want to make an analogy. Here. You know, why would a chicken tell other chickens that he with them, and then go vote for Colonel Sanders. You know, that's what Meats remind me of. He calls in talking about black people this, black people that, and then he go vote for Donald Trump. What kind of crazy crap is that, man? You know? You know, the chickens say, hey, chickens, I'm with you. I'm all with all y'all, but I'm going over here and hang out with
They had, I saw this Thanksgiving on Facebook. 2 turkeys are talking. One turkey said to the other turkey, man, I'm getting all these invitations for dinner. And everybody go, don't go. Don't go. Don't go.
They're going to tell you.
Don't go. You're a turkey getting an invitation on Thanksgiving for dinner.
You know, that's the funny thing about the technology now is I saw a video, it's probably viral, of a turkey walking in somebody's house. And the oven is open.
Oven, yeah, and he was talking to the turkey in the oven.
And they looking
like they killed Tyrone.
And they looking, and it's a turkey in the oven. He looking around.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, I see that.
What are they doing in here?
Hey, he was like, "Oh no, they killed you! Oh no, they got Tyrone! Tyrone, no!"
You could just see the thoughts just going in his head like, "Oh, hold on, man."
Hey, but the turkey was looking in the oven, then looked back, then look in the oven. And he was looking back almost as if he was contemplating on the why his homeboy was in the pan in the oven. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's like maybe
y'all have a good one.
Close.
You too.
Did y'all hear about the earthquake? California?
Yeah, 7 point.
Yeah, I was sitting up here waiting for the tsunami that never showed up.
Well, they had canceled that.
I know, but when I was watching when it first
tsunami that never showed up.
It never showed up. It never happened
because.
Where was the tsunami?
It was
in California.
It was in California. The earthquake hit in California. But whenever you have earthquakes that hit by the water like that, you got to watch out for the cracks underneath the water, which would cause the tsunami. So it'll be a huge wave that which would come in. Because I think that happened in China, Japan. And it was a huge earthquake, and they was walking around, and they didn't. It just came out of nowhere, bro.
And here's what happens. The water recedes.
Yeah, after it.
So you can like go out, maybe walk a half a mile.
Yeah,
but when
it's coming back.
Yeah,
it's coming back as a wall,
and then it comes back.
Well, you know they still waiting on aftershocks because this was a pretty large one, so you could still get a tsunami.
Yeah, but it was offshore.
7 point. Yeah, it's the largest.
This happened today.
They've had
yesterday.
Yeah, and you know there ain't no time limit on it. It could still be moving, right in the plates of the earth. Could still be moving.
And you know, for us, we look, oh my God, it's nature. Nature adjusts herself.
Yeah.
And so a lot of things that we would sit up and go like is disastrous for us is nature. Like we decided we were going to build near water.
Exactly.
You know, and then when you find, because it's like they said, water will always seek its natural.
Yeah.
You know, you can levee and dam.
Yeah.
But if you get enough rain, the levees and dams are gone. Because nature
news report, they showed this brother, older gentleman, he's heading to the hills because something about to happen, right?
Yeah.
And they showed him up on the mountainside up in California. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna stay up here for a little bit.
Yeah, because you don't know when it's gonna hit because it can hit at any point in time.
That's right.
Because even with an aftershock,
but isn't it dangerous to be high? When the earthquake hit?
No, you'll be higher ground.
I'm talking about the water.
Yeah.
If a tsunami comes,
you won't be higher ground.
Wipe out
but
I'm
talking about
stuff.
But y'all said at first the earthquake causes the tsunami,
right?
So you want to be low first and then go high to avoid because if I thought it was dangerous to be high when the earthquake hits.
Oh well, yeah, during the earthquake, but after the earthquake in certain places like California, they're worried about the water.
The quake was.
Yeah,
so then you just got to be moving.
Yeah, so you got to go to higher ground because once that water come in.
You know what I found out? Do you know that those mountains that you see out west, those mountains are still growing?
Really?
Mm-hmm. They're still growing.
How is that?
It's nature. Like the mountains that you see here in the east, the Poconos, Appalachia, they pretty much because they're older than the mountains out there, but you know, they're still growing.
Wow.
When you say growing, are you talking about expanding, or rising?
Get a little higher, but they're expanding, and it's microscopic. You wouldn't,
right? Because I would think. I mean, there's some erosion that's taking place and stuff like that. So, however they measure it,
and so that's the impact that man has had on the planet. You know, they said in 40,000 years, no species has had the impact on the planet like human beings. Human beings have done. I mean, we've gone in. Obviously, we're dealing with the warming crisis. It's all behavior. You know, where there's certain things that we need to change, but we got a thing going on, capitalism. You know,
I heard you talking about recycle when at the start of the show.
Yeah,
about a jacket you bought, some polyester.
You know, recycle. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, recycled or refurbished, repurposed.
And people go, well, the fact that Poly's making a
comeback.
Yeah, making a comeback. We had a brother call yesterday. We did old school. You could tell old school because you hear what you hear, right? He said, yeah, man, back in the day, we used to wear those Zanza belts. Zanza belts, nigga, that's Sansa belts. Zanza belts.
That's Ebonic.
And that's what we called them, though.
Yeah.
Can I tell this story about a little boy who could read, but who had a speech impediment? He could really hear. He could really read. So when that little boy was coming up, they used to have fish sticks. But the little boy couldn't say STs. So what the little boy heard and how he pronounced it was fish sticks. And so the little boy's mother sent him to the store. It was a Friday. Sent him to the store what the little boy heard was get fish sticks. So the little boy goes to the store and little boy can read. So the little boy saw haddock. Little boy saw perch. Little boy saw cod. He's reading all of this. Little boy saw fish sticks. Little boy saw fish fillet. But little boy did not see fish sticks. So
this is the joke of the day again.
Right. We going 3 for 3, huh?
So the little boy goes to the manager and he says, sir, my mother sent me to the store for fish sticks, and I've seen fish sticks. I've seen fish. I've seen haddock. I've seen cod. I've seen perch. I've seen no fish sticks.
Fish sticks.
So he said, oh, well, okay. Now, little boy grew up in a home you don't bring back something to the house that you weren't told to bring back to the house. The little boy goes home and he says, Mama, I went to the store. They had haddock, and the little boy's crying. They had fish fillet. They had perch. They had cod. They had fish sticks, but they didn't have fish sticks. My mother said, oh, that was the little boy.
Yeah, I know.
He was a little
that
boy.
Was him.
He told on himself.
She said, honey, that's okay. Just bring me back the fish sticks. Because he was going like...
He utilized patience with that.
Oh, my God.
Like your chicken.
And it made sense to me because I kept thinking like, you know, Dick the Fisherman. I wasn't thinking like Dicks. I was thinking like, you know, but I couldn't say TS's. And obviously I couldn't hear it. Because, man, fish sticks.
Fish sticks.
Dude, I used to love fish sticks, though. I used to love.
What is this, velvet?
What is this?
What is this? And the little boy could read.
He made sure he said that.
Everything in this
He read and right. But he at the store.
It must have been in cursive. No.
And my mother, was in tears. She said, honey, that's okay. Just go bring me back some fish sticks. We'll be okay. I was crying. And, you know, I was just in that building, community warehouses in the old Kroger's. And we lived on 4th and Wright. And I remember walking. But, like, I don't know if you grew up this way. If your mama sent you to the store for this, you better not bring back that.
Oh, yeah.
You're not making
bring this back.
Right. You're not making any executive decisions on, well, Mom, they didn't have that. So I decided, no.
What you're not going to do is go back and get what she told you after she knocked her teeth out.
Right. Yeah. Now go get what I told you to get.
I want you to limp your little butt on back to the store.
And go get that butter.
It's amazing, man, how times have changed, man. I mean, where mama could send you with that note, and you could basically get anything.
Right? Yeah,
corner store.
Yeah. And there were those stores that, of course, extended the credit.
Yeah,
that
because
you could
they
just send that note and they.
Well, let me shout out Eddie Glorioso. Eddie Glorioso had a little store. His cousins had the store on Brady. Mm-hmm. He had the store on Pleasant. And I just moved over to the east side, and so it happens sometimes. And so,
oh yeah, that was the one around the corner from Astor, off of Astor over there. Wasn't it?
Right up the street is right up.
Yeah, it had some great subs in there, man.
Oh man, it was great, man. For a little guy like not a little guy, I'm a grown man, but he was pretty cool because every now and you go in, he'd hold your check,
right?
Until payday, and then he knew he could put it in the bank.
Right.
If you had a little bounce, he ain't charging you for the $15. So he was like my corner store, man. I mean, I could go in and be like Wednesday before payday. Hey man, oh man, no problem.
Yeah.
And I miss those corner stores.
Yeah, man. Man. Yeah, it's just not the same anymore, man.
It's not the same.
Now they don't want to let you go with 15 cents.
Yeah, man. Now they be like,
nobody.
I need 15 cents. 15 more cents.
15 cents. You need 15 cents.
Yeah, I mean,
But if they owe you that 15, they probably, not try to give you that 15.
Some of the time, most of the time, they really overcharging at some of these stores now.
Yeah. Really?
They overcharging like crazy, but then they won't let you get by with 5 cents under, 7 cents under. 7 more cents, buddy.
I'm trying to figure out how
check them expiration dates.
Are losing their ability to do EBT.
Well, it's the owner too. Yeah. You got to think about who owned these stores now in comparison to when we were kids. It was more our own community who owned those stores.
We had a lot of Jewish store owners too.
Yeah,
when it was coming up
because of fraudulent activity, Keith. That's why they lose their EBT.
Yeah, because I'm surprised you go to certain places and say no EBT.
Yeah, because some of the stores they was doing EBT for like hot food, like nachos and pizzas, hot pizzas. And
not only that, I've seen instances where you go in and they just basically give you the cash for half, but then you can't justify the kind of numbers you submitting to the state for reimbursement based on invoices. You haven't purchased that kind of inventory to be able to justify it.
Okay. I mean,
so
back
when they
in the day,
and do that full investigation, they catch you. That's how they catch you.
Cash checks for people.
Yeah.
Right.
We were talking about Ale Smith.
Yeah,
Warren's.
that's what just made me think about
man.
that.
I mean, you go over there, man. Payday.
Curly's was the same.
Curly's was the same spot. Yeah. Yeah, they bust a check.
The little corner stores that was on. I mean, Hamps. You talked about Hamps. I think a while back.
Hamps Hash House.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude.
There was a lot of those little places that we had. Corner stores.
Hamps.
Yeah.
Hamps was on. It was between Palmer and Hubbard on Center Street.
Center. Mm-hmm.
It was interesting because it was kind of built into a little hill.
Mm-hmm.
They built a house
on the
there.
side.
Yeah.
Well, that hill is still there.
Yeah, and
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And right across the street from there was Casey's. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In that lane, right at that lane right there.
Our wanted team was
a little lane right there.
That's talking about that.
Was it in that lane, or right as you get to that?
No,
lane?
it was right before you got to Hubbard.
Yeah, that lane. No, that's that lane.
Hubbard
right
is the
there.
lane, right?
Yeah.
Did anybody ever swim at the natatorium?
Oh, I learned how to swim there.
I did too.
As a kid.
You fish like a rock. Now, I mean, you swim like a rock now, don't you?
Oh no, I still swim.
Excuse me.
Oh man, yeah, I can swim.
He's a man of many things.
Craig, what you got, man, as we wind up?
Are we at that point?
Yeah.
Man, I was hoping we was going to get to some of the things that DJ talked about. But I think more than anything else, as the need to understand, the importance of having skills, developing skills so that we can continue to be a people who were once independent and able to do for self, getting back to that, because that's where this country is going. People are becoming more, this whole isolation thing, silos, and the day is coming where we're gonna have to pull together and start to support each other more, because that's what they're talking about. So we need to start preparing, and it's gonna require us all coming and using the gifts and talents that we have. That's a big thing for me. I think, we do ourselves a disservice if we don't tap into the gifts and talents that, we've naturally, been born with. But we have to discover them. We have to, mine for them and then put them to work. DJ?
It just, everyone have a safe and productive weekend. It's a lot going on. And just make sure that you are doing what you need to do to be, one with family, one with Christ, and then ultimately, be in good spirits with yourself.
Keith, let me throw this in there right quick. Ironically, as you guys were talking about cursive and things of that nature, Jermaine can attest to it. We were just out in the lobby. An official government document asks for your signature, and then it wants you to print your name, but yet then they don't want to teach it. Go figure.
Yeah. I just signed the document out there, and they asked for cursive and for you to print your name.
Because we need to be able to read.
You got.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, hey man, really great program, gentlemen. Thank you. Appreciate you, Craig.
Always.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Debo. Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you, callers.
sir.
We thank you. Good Lord willing, Creek don't rise. We hope to talk to everybody on Monday. Y'all have a safe weekend and go from this place in peace.